1800 to 1900. Let it be as smooth as the previous 100 points, please. But we're back to reality here with the b4 speed run. We want b4, we want bishop b2. Hitting this pawn gets defended, so I think it is time for b5. I do like tossing in this move, c4. Feels like it's well timed. We should capture now, I think. Now let's think, because we definitely want to open things up a little bit, as much as we can, I think. Knight c3, probably not crazy. We can also just go bishop c4, queen b3. I think I'll go for something like that. That looks kind of nice. Go knight f3. Now this one, I think we're gonna leave it there and go a4. The only problem is we hand over a square. Now, the other move I'm considering is definitely knight e5 and queen h5, but I have a feeling that's a little bit too much. Don't know if that's the correct read, though. The more I look at the position, the more I'm like, really could be something, but you know, we can't risk being wrong out here. Take that, we want a castle. e4, knight d4 looks like the move. And yeah, we also have knight b3. This castle. If black castles, I think the game is almost over with queen b3, so something to be careful about. What? What the heck is that move? King e7. Big dog over here. What is king e7? Respect, respect. Now, knight b4, bishop c3, you'd think traps the knight, but there is c5, technically. It's not quite over. Hey, king e7. That's a move from a guy that's going places. Most definitely. Okay, we'll take, and I don't think there's any tricks here. So we're gonna take that, and well, hey, look at that. 1800s just hanging pieces here, making our job real easy with the white pieces. Just going for those same kind of ideas, castling. No problem. b4, a5. So I think here we'll just push. And c6. I think that e3 makes sense here. Whoa. What the hell is this? We got 1950s, like basically playing Fool's Mate? What the? What is this, like? What kind of chess are we looking at here? Good Lord. It's time to log off for the evening, my friend. Come on now. What on earth are we looking at? How are 1950s getting checkmated, legitimately checkmated in 5 moves? Now, this doesn't happen in any of my other speedruns, so you have to attribute it a little bit to the opening, no? Because I've done a lot of speedruns in my career. A lot. You guys have watched them all. I don't get checkmates in 5 moves against 1900s, okay? It just does not occur. All right, and play b5. Not gonna hang that pawn there. I feel like this one makes some sense, but let's start with a4. Okay, he does play this. Kind of a tough choice. I think capturing here will be logical. We can also do this and just maintain. Let's see here. Okay, we'll go c4. Okay, I'm wondering if e5 is the intention. It certainly looks like it. So it might be time to play d4. I feel we have a pretty decent position here. Rook e8. Again, it might be, yeah, it might be black trying to play e5 here, but that's not the end of the world. We do need to develop, so let's finish that idea. I kind of like this one instead. So he pushes. I'm not so sure about this idea. I'll start by taking this one. I think we will take this and just trade everything. And I don't know, the resulting position, black is going to have some weakness, right? There's no way there's not some weakness here. For example, isolated pawn. Feels like one of those games where only good things can happen. Also, even if we take, our knight has a really, really nice square there, so just kind of works out well. So yeah, taking here is nice because you just enjoy the knight for the rest of the game, basically. But it's not forced. Let's perhaps go here. Knight g5. Maybe we bring the bishop back, or just slide the rook over. Because what I don't mind is these pieces trading. Knight c4. I'll try bishop e2. Threatening to take and take. An escape square would be nice, so that's probably next on the list. Just haven't really been in any danger with these pieces back here. Okay, now an important question. Does rook c8 work? Bishop takes c4, rook c8. I think that it does work.
I'm not the man you want. You've made a mistake. I'm in touch with technological advances pretty well everywhere, and I can tell you that no one has...
It works enough to probably say, it's just not really worth the calculation, but I'm not sure that it did work. G6 is solid. Again, we can't really take just yet. I'm eyeballing a lot of things here. It didn't quite work. But yeah, you get in these positions, again, it's like, if you get to bishop endgame, all these endgames should definitely just favor the white pieces. Let's try. Let's take and see what happens here. Try this. Let's go for it. Now, important, I mean, probably it's winning anyway, but the easiest is just to put the king on g5 and play h7. This will always win. I suppose we just make another queen, get rid of this bishop, and let's see if we can deliver our nice technique. And well, the technique was so nice that he ran out of time. GG. How did I instantly know the 2-pawn endgame was winning? Experience. 2 pawns against 1 bishop. The pawns will always overpower the bishop, especially if the white king is getting there before the black king. Then it's a no-brainer. All right, b4, bishop b2. We'll go c4. I think knight here is fine, but I will, in this particular case, it feels like e4 is perhaps annoying enough that I will react. If he wants to take, that's fine, but if he doesn't, then I don't know why he played bishop g4, so. Perhaps b5. e4, I don't know about this. Feels like the game isn't the game opening up here for the bishops? I also think it's possible that we can take here. Not quite, not quite. It almost works. So probably we can take and retreat, or we can just retreat anyway. It looks like taking makes sense. Queen c2, rook d1. And I think c5. Definitely rook on d1. I suspect we'll see queen e7, which would make a lot of sense. But knight c4, knight d6 is the general idea here. Okay, takes, knight d6. We lose 2 pawns, but this has got to be good. This has got to be good. Queen here or bishop here first, just to make a threat on f7. That could be smart. Yeah, it feels like this is not crazy. I have a strange move, knight c5. Tick here, tick here. Just do that. Knight takes loses the game, so it will be queen takes here. Queen takes, But we trade. Can't do that one, but we can do this one. If rook d1 as well. Be a little careful here, no doubt about it. That is obviously a pretty big blunder. And that should be GG. These moves are pretty easy to pre-move. I kind of like the idea of going after the king here with a checkmate pattern. Yeah, he has a move, so that will not be an idea. The real question is, oh, hey, I thought you were gonna go for a stalemate. You're playing to win here, buddy. You're not allowed to play to win. So do we think we can flag him? I think yes. Yeah, contemplate a flag. I thought he was going for stalemate, but he was harboring some winning chances there. But we show dominance by flagging our opponent up so much time, and we reach 1900 in style, in our style. GG. 1900, and let's be honest, you guys have watched. Of course, there's been some tough games. There's been some games down to the wire, but realistically, have we been challenged to a serious degree with these openings? I don't know that we have. I really don't. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of another episode of the 1v4 speedrun. I hope you found this as tricky and successful as I did in the series. And remember to subscribe to the chessbrah YouTube channel if you're not already, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when we drop our next upload.